I want to thank the Clippers analytics department for playing their part in helping to ruin the English language. UCLA, they are gladly giving away free tickets today because they can't sell them for their biggest game of the year. And the Chargers are getting healthy. Kinda. Hi, I'm James, and this is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is faithful Angelenos. I am in a straight up lousy mood, but hey, that's my own cross to bear, right? I want to thank the new subscriber who joined our channel yesterday. Appreciate every one of you for getting in on the ground floor. And if you like the content we put out about LA sports, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And yes, comment. I am not perfect. I think. I'm not. Anyway, let's get to the scoreboard. Look, there weren't any games involving LA teams yesterday, but one score that does matter. San Diego defeated the Mets 7-1 in the wild card round. It's a best of 3. If San Diego wins today, they will be the team the Dodgers face in the next round of the playoffs. Meanwhile, today, this afternoon, Utah is going over to Westwood to play UCLA. There is a preview of that game on the UCLA playlist in this channel. In addition to that, Washington State will be at USC at about 4:30. There is a preview on the USC playlist on this channel. So the Dodgers introduced a word that I just flat out didn't like, and the Clippers have picked up on it. There's the word optionality again. What the hell is optionality? I'm still wondering. So I'm reading the previews of the Clippers, and that's the word that all of the scribes are getting into now. They're just running it into the ground. The optionality of the Clippers, because they are being hyped. The entire roster is being hyped as a bunch of Swiss Army knives in sweats, right? Oh, they can play big, they can play small, they can play physical, they can play finesse. They have a deep bench. They have point forwards. They have stretch fives. Kawhi can play any position. They have Paul George. They have Kawhi. They have man bear pig. They have point unicorns, stretch jabberwockies. We get it. Stop it. We get it. Now here's the thing. I do not dispute for one moment that the Clippers have a better roster than the Lakers. I don't even dispute whether or not the Clippers are a threat to win the title this year. They're good. They're really good. But there is an issue that I have to take with them. When you spend so much energy trying to match what your opponent can do, what is your identity? Right? Does that make sense? You know who has an identity, for example? Golden State. They have a distinct identity. They always play that way, and their identity is so strong that you cannot beat Golden State by trying to play like Golden State. I mean, the Lakers tried that approach years ago, and they failed miserably. Remember Mike D'Antoni? I mean, Boston. When the Celtics are good, I hate them. I hate them when they're bad. But when they're good, they have an absolute identity. What I'm saying is, teams like Golden State, teams like Boston when they're good, teams like San Antonio back in the day, they made you try to play on their terms, not yours. You see what I'm saying? And to me, that could be a problem with the Clippers that they'll eventually have to face. They're good. They're going to be a high seed as long as Kawhi Leonard stays healthy. So I don't worry about whether or not John Wall is the starter or Reggie Jackson. I don't worry about whether or not Coach Tyronn Lue can manage the egos on this team. If I'm a Clipper fan, I want my team to have an identity that forces the Warriors to play the game I want to play. I want to see them play at the Clippers' pace, not the other way around. Because then, when you do that, you're the one controlling Golden State. That is my Clippers preview, for lack of a better term. Terrific roster, but there is a flaw that I think other teams might take advantage of. And by the way, it's the 4th season of Kawhi and Paul George coming up. You see what I'm saying? What do they really have to show for it right now? And I might also add that Kawhi Leonard was not even ranked in the top 4 of small forwards in the NBA this year. They went to the GMs. They had him take an anonymous poll. The top 4 small forwards: Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Luka Doncic, and LeBron. So I'm not saying this to clown the Clippers. Again, terrific team. But I just don't know their identity. UCLA, once again, they are playing Utah today. That is a game that if I didn't have to sleep through because I work overnights, I would love to watch it live. I would love to get on MetroLink, go down there and enjoy the game. Also, for the fact, UCLA is apparently giving away free tickets to students today. So, granted, I can't get a freebie, but how hard do you have to be if you're 5-0 and you have to give the tickets to the students? The Bruins are 10th in the Pac-12 in attendance, and the only reason that Oregon State is lower is the Beavers are renovating their stadium. You're still giving away tickets to Utah. I don't understand. I really don't. Somebody's going to explain what the deal is over with UCLA and their fan support. The Chargers have good news. They're kind of getting healthy. Cornerback J.C. Jackson says his ankle is, quote, 90%, unquote. Now, having said that, he's not in the injury report. So they haven't officially said he's going to play. But since he's not in the injury report, that tells me he is. Also, tight end Donald Parham will make his season debut in Cleveland tomorrow. We're going to try and post a Chargers preview of the Cleveland game later today. And wide receiver Keenan Allen, however, will be out again. This is his 4th game that he's missed due to a hamstring injury. The Dodgers, boy, do they still have those questions. They probably have the answers. They're just not listing them. Like, for example, Dave Roberts says that he told Clayton Kershaw and Julio Urias who's starting game 1. They're just not telling us. You see what I'm saying? So, other things that they haven't announced decisions on, there is no decision on Craig Kimbrell, whether he's going to make the postseason roster, or Dustin May, or David Price, or Blake Trinan, or my mom. You too could be part of the Dodgers postseason roster. It's not ruled out yet. The all-everything player that they have, Chris Taylor, he's going to face live pitching today to see if he too can join the playoff roster. He says he's 100%. He had a neck injury. He got a cortisone shot there. Hopefully they didn't nick the carotid artery. But either way, he says he's healthy. The team just wants proof. Playoff positioning is on the line Sunday on MLS Decision Day for the two LA teams. Now, LAFC, they've clinched the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. It's just a matter of who they're going to wind up facing in the second round. But for the Galaxy, they are currently 4th. They could catch FC Dallas and move up to number 3. Either 4 or 3 will get you a home game in the first round. But LA, while they have a terrific shot of victory tomorrow against Houston, Dallas is playing a very lousy team too in Sporting Kansas City. And by the way, LA, it's in their best interest to win that game because they could drop as far as down as number 7 if they're not careful. So they need to keep their wits about them. USC's playing football, as I mentioned earlier today. Keep an eye on Brandon Rice, the son of the legendary wide receiver Jerry. Brandon got off to a slow start this year, but he does have 3 receptions in each of his last 3 games. He's starting to make a difference in the offense, especially when the defense is focusing on Jordan Addison. So there were a bunch of other receivers in the locker room that had a shot at being number 2. Maybe it's Rice. For the Rams, Odell Beckham Jr. has listed 5 teams that he would like to sign with. The Rams are on that list. We knew. You didn't even have to put it in the news, dude. We knew. We knew all along. You crashed your coach's wedding, for Pete's sake. Also, offensive lineman David Edwards said he will play Sunday against Dallas. He had a concussion. He missed the San Francisco game. However, having said that, I haven't read anything that said he has passed through successfully the concussion protocol. So we'll have to wait and see about that. USC basketball. Guard Silas DeMary is the first commit to the Trojans for the class of 2023. He is the number 59 overall prospect in the nation from Combine Academy in North Carolina. So the Trojans are starting to make a little bit of moves there as well. Finally, we mentioned yesterday that Kings forward winger Victor Arvidsson, he had back surgery. He's now cleared for contact, which is an upgrade. I mean, they were just skating around. They didn't want to risk his recovery from back surgery. He might play in Anaheim against the Ducks in a preseason game tonight, just to see if he can start for the regular season. Also, Quentin Byfield should play tonight. He has recovered from a non-disclosed illness. So, extremely busy day in terms of news. Definitely looking forward to college football. Drop me some notes about what you think in the comments thread. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We do talk LA sports here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Have a great day.